What's going on, everybody? This is Zeno here, and today is, well, it's the Mana Guardian. But the Mana Guardian, no, it's not going to be Righteous Fire, and it won't be Whispering Ice either, which is pretty damn good. It's going to be Hand of Thought in Motion / Hand of Wisdom in Action. So this is an int stacking type build, which, hey man, get int. That's the first thing you need to understand. You stack int, and you get lightning damage to attacks. So it's like Brutus's Lead Sprinkler in a way, except it works on a different level using energy shield. So we're going to be going down the Chaos Inoculation route. So let's discuss how we start off with this build. So the fundamental idea behind the class is mostly tied into mana and everything intelligence. Similarly how strength does well with life, intel does well with energy shield %. If we look up what intelligence does, so intelligence, for every 10 intel you get 2% increased max ES. Yes, Oscar, I know you exist. I see your existence, Oscar. I'm trying to explain the video. Can I continue explaining the video? Alright, thank you. So every 10 intel will give you 2% increased maximum ES. And 10 int will give you an additional 5 mana. So int will give ES % and mana, but does not give flat ES. So what we're going to do to make that happen in a nice little loop here, or double dip, whatever the fancy terminology is for this, Radiant Faith is an ascendancy that is yielded by the Guardian class. So it's also a 2.1, which means you can get this in normal difficulty, and at normal difficulty you could realistically be sitting at around 3 to 4k effective life, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not. Let's talk about this. You grant maximum energy shield equal to 15% of your reserved mana to you and your nearby allies. Which this means is you just stack as much mana as you can, and whatever that percentage is, or whatever that max mana is, you then get 15% of that as flat mana. Oscar, hala, taoyan. Alright, so with that said, if you have 1,000 mana and you reserve 1,000 mana, you're getting 150 flat ES, which I think is more than Discipline. Let's just see. Discipline PoE. It's been changed. I have no idea what the values are anymore, and you still have to wear this. So 150 flat ES is a level 12 Discipline, which you can't even wear until level 54. And you can easily get 1,000 flat mana as a Guardian by the time you're level 40, 42. And here's how you do it. So you remember how int gives us flat mana? And we're getting int here to stack for Hand of Wisdom in Action. We get flat lightning damage, 1 to 10, and then you get 1 to 5 in its beginning step. So Hand of Thought in Motion, when you use a Blessing of Esh on it, becomes Hand of Wisdom in Action. The variance of int % is pretty wide. You have 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this is a 10 average damage, a 10 average int % chance. Excuse me, not average damage. So anything, you really want to get a 12. Like, getting a 12 is everything. 11 is tolerable. Divine Orbs, yes. Divine this until you get a solid setup. And you also get a little bit of a gimmick with Dex. You're going to naturally need some Dex for faster attacks and whatever skill you might use. It's a Claw. As what's its Dex requirement? 131. So you do need Dex. So even at its base, 131, you get 5% increased attack speed. Hey man, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not sure if that is local. I don't think that is local. No, I think that's just... Yep, I'm pretty sure this is not local to the weapon. I'm pretty sure this is passive. Just increase attack speed. So, let's see. By stacking int, because we need it to get damage for Hand of Wisdom in Action, any type of int node we pick up on the tree is damage. Okay, so I have a skill tree right here, and in my tree I have I have 478 intel already with 153 strength, and that strength we are going to convert right here using, what jewel do I have? Brute Force, which takes all strength and makes it int. So in this little wheel, or in this big wheel alone, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strength nodes. Not bad. I could spend 2 points into here, but I don't think it's worth it. because I'm going Chaos Inoculation. I could also path up here and then put it into this node and then convert that. But then I would have to path this way, and I'm planning on using Reave. So the only way I would consider that is if I go like this and then just chop out 1, 2, which is... I spent 4 points for 2. It's actually not bad, but now I'm at 125, and that's even assuming I make it that far, and I already had to spend some 3 awkward points. Oh, man. Anyways, let's spec out of that. But, so, let's see, that's 7, so minus 7 on this will leave me at 83 strength and add another 70 to this, so we have 548 strength for my tree alone. Plus whatever this yields, so 19 as high as, what, 24? So 24 plus 548 and 24, so we're sitting at 572 flat intel from our tree. 572 flat intel from the tree. I have to chop out 2 points somewhere, but they won't be in, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so let's talk about what else we got in this tree. I'm going to be putting Healthy Mind right here, and I'm also going to put Healthy Mind right here. Despite this being OP Abyss League, Healthy Mind is still better in these 2 slots, and here's why. So when you put Healthy Mind in here, if you don't know what Healthy Mind is, it gives 20% increased mana, and increases and reductions to life in the radius are transformed to apply to mana at 200% their value. 200% their value. That means, let's see here. This is an 8% node. This is a 5% node. 200% of this life is 10%. This gives 10% mana. This gives 8. So this node actually gives more mana than this guy. And then the same applies here. 10% life, that's 20% increased mana, which ties this. And I get 5 all res. This gives 20 int, which is perfect for Hand of Wisdom in action. We also do pick up Heart of Thunder because it is right next to all of this int. We do get +1 max lightning res, which is nice. I do need to get Alchemist, so I'm gonna have to clean up this tree. I'm gonna clean up this tree before the YouTube video and make sure it's much more balanced. Healthy Mind goes in here too because it makes the life 200% up, so you get ES percent, and this will be 12% increased mana. So ES percent mana is huge. It's better than Energy from Within because this will also yield 20% mana from Healthy Mind. So let's see here. I do plan on going this way because it is a mana path and you get int. And I do plan on going this way because of... I do sacrifice, instead of coming out this way normally, I spend less points to pick up the int. And then we're going to use... what's the other jewel I plan on using? Pure Talent. I'm going to make a YouTube video after this explanation. Whenever... My schedule for YouTube videos this week is the theory behind this guy... Pure Talent. I'm going to make a guide on Pure Talent and how freaking ridiculous it is for any accurate attribute scaling build. Like, Pure Talent is... Oh, it's so good. In this build alone, I'm only getting 2 things. I'll be getting the 5% pen you get for starting, and then I get the 25 all attributes. And it's still worth it for Hand of Wisdom in action because as a Guardian, you need mana. So this will be my Pure Talent. Once I'm at Path here, we put in Pure Talent, finish it out, and then we get the 5 pen. It's just too good. And then right here is still 20 int mana. This is probably like one of the strongest nodes in this entire tree. Normally Deep Wisdom's like, eh. In this build, it's like mana, ES, int, okay. So let's explain this loop again so people are unaware of what's happening. By getting int, I get lightning damage. Int will give me mana and ES percent. When I get mana, Radiant Faith here, when I reserve whatever the amount of mana I reserve, I get 15% of that as flat ES. I have a character with over 6,000 reserved. I think I have a 7,000 even that died earlier this league with Whispering Ice. Let's see. We'll go to Standard. The character's name was... it's deleted. It was Zenocide Genius. Feels bad. Deleted it. So... I did one earlier. I think it was Oscar, Please Stop Meowing. This was my Hand of Wisdom in action character last league, and never mind. I stripped him naked. Feels bad. So, it's funny because Oscar was just meowing, and I don't know what to tell you about him. So anyways, you're going to have to get 6,000 to 7,000 mana reserved, which would net us 150 times 7, which is 750 ES, right? That's 150 times 6. So 150 times 7 is... Wait, let me make sure I get this right. 150 times 7. Was that correct? No. 10,050. What the hell? How did I mess that up? Pretty evident that you get 1,050 flat ES from Radiant Faith when you reserve 7k mana. And it's entirely possible to do, because here's the last thing with this build. So here's the coup de grace. Everything will come together. The harmonic convergence, what the hell. Here is 200 flat mana on a helmet with 250 flat ES and 10% increased mana reserve. Oh well, like, okay. It still has some freaking fire res, some mana regen as if you need it with this much mana. Gain armor equal to your reserved mana. So if I have 7k mana reserved, I get 1,050 flat ES and 7,000 armor. And how do I get that much mana? By stacking Int, which is needed to deal damage with Hand and Wisdom in action. If that all lines up. That's this build idea, and that's just one Ascendancy. So let's talk about the rest of them. Oh, man. After video. That's what he gets. I'll even put on D&D. Making video. I always forget to do that. Alright, so that's my first Ascendancy, everyone. One Ascendancy plus Memory Vault. The background meowing, Oscar in the background. Skin of the Loyal I'm probably going to end up riding with. It's either Skin of the Loyal for this build or Incandescent Heart. And I use Incandescent Heart in almost all of my Guardian builds because it's so damn stupid. It's 20% extra damage is freaking chaos, man. I get an extra support gem from Incandescent Heart. It gives 1,400 armor. It gives like 317 to 325-ish ES on a good roll. And it gives 6.25 max res. Like, Skin of the Loyal just says 100% increased ES. And plus 1 gems. That's it. Yeah, you get plus 2 gems, but that doesn't do anything for a Reave. I mean, does, like, what, 1% more damage for Reave and then everything else, so it'd probably end up being, like, maybe 8% overall more damage. It's okay. It's not bad. It's hard to deny how strong Incandescent Heart is for this build. You don't get mana on Incandescent Heart, and you don't get mana on Skin of the Loyal either. Yeah, it will multiply my armor. I'll give you that, Zan. Zan Mercury. Oh, yeah. So anyone watching right now on Twitch, I always do these live on stream. Zan Mercury's like, he's going for it. He's going for it. It's gotta be Skin of the Loyal. Global defenses counts as armor. With Memory Vault, I can't refute that. It is 100% ES and armor and evasion kappa. So let's keep going. So Cruel Ascendancy, you get Time of Need. So every 5 seconds, remove curses and elemental ailments from you. So I guess it's like an oh shit button. But more importantly, it's every 5 seconds, 30% of your max life is regenerated over 1 second. And with Zealot's Oath, that's max ES is regenerated over 1 second. So it's a 30% ES flask every 5 seconds passively. On top of that, my Merciless will be Bastion of Hope. I'm not going to get the damage until the last one. This guy gives me 7% block. You get 5 from here, 2 from here. Every single one of my nodes is armor and ES at a minimum with some other gimmick. Like this one's life regen, this one is Warcry iteration, increased effect of auras. So I get block cap. This guy will give me block cap the same time of need proc. So every 5 seconds for 1 second, I'm block cap. If I wear a shield, it's at a minimum going to be 25. It gives me an additional 50. Block cap is 75, so I get block cap. Dual wielding, if you pick up dual wielding or staves, if you get one kind of extra block. Or Rumi's Concoction, used with my Whispering Ice build. With Rumi's, I was block cap. So I don't need Rumi's in this build, which means I'm probably going to run Vinctors. I haven't run Vinctors in a long-ass time. So I'll go Vinctors, and then... I have to worry about Shock. So maybe I won't go Vinctors. You could get Lightning Pen Vinctors. We go Wise Oak, certainly. What would I use? Yeah, Victor's did get wrecked. But you do get Lightning Pen, right? 10 Lightning Pen is not bad with the shock. But I don't want to be shocked myself. If I was like a Pathfinder, you just pop Victor's and you're immune to shock because you're a Pathfinder. But this, yeah, this will give me block cap at the same time. What time of need is proccing my ES regen. And then last but not least, this is the only damage thing I will get. I get a mini onslaught whenever I use a Warcry. The same thing that's on D below. And my Warcries cost no mana, as if that will matter. So I get a little bit of damage here. That's it. So by stacking Int, I'm really, really depending on Int everywhere. Every time I pick up a Pathing node, I'm getting damage. Even if it's Dex, it's attack speed potentially. So not bad. And I have a lot of ES too. What is my ES percent currently? 242 with mana. What is my mana? 197 before this becomes mana and this becomes mana. So we're really talking like 300 plus, like 350-ish. Let's see. That is 30% mana right there. This is 16 to 16 is 32 plus 24 is 56. So 56 and 30 is 86. And then I'm just going to write down 86 before my mind races on a tangent. 6 is so 18 plus 12 is another 40. Excuse me, 30 plus 40 from Healthy Mind because I wear 2 of them. 156 mana plus 197. So 300. Wow, I was right on the ball. I was 3 off, dude. If this was the Price is Right, y'all just got shit on. And I'm running up there clapping and shaking some Drew Carey show hand. Ohio. Meta Man assemble. Yeah, Victor's is really expensive. I'll have to think how fast this. We could go Sulfur. Sulfur's really strong on this build. It gives... Yeah, we're going to use Reave. Reave. Dude, if this was the Price Right, y'all got shit on Eilert X. I was close. Man, I didn't go over either. If I said 354, y'all could say I suck, but I said 350. I'm pretty excited about this. I do have to chop out 5 points, so I don't know where I'm going to put that. So I'm going to keep all the mana nodes, most likely. Even Dreamer here. Dreamer's nice. I'll probably take out, like, Harrier. No, it is movement speed, but we have Whirling Blades. We don't need this. We won't even need Clarity in an in-game, so I need 3 more points chopped. Probably going to be... So I can't go here and here. These are actually segue points, so I need them. If I could run the ZO Flask, but then I only save 2 points. Is that really worth running the Sulfur ZO Flask? I do have RT, because I can't go EO unless I wear Lyco. So if I go Lyco, I take out of here. We don't use the conversion. I probably spec in just this and take out of this. I lose so much ES by going Lyco just for an extra damage slot. 3 points top right. This? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And then I could just do this. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, these are weak. Those are really weak. Yep. Save. Thank you, Twitch. Yeah, don't run Zeo Flask. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it either. Especially with Time of Need. You need Time of Need on 100% of the time. It'd be so foolish to do that. Yep, here's the setup tree. Man, I'm excited about this. So let's talk about the chess pieces again. So I've been trying to buy a Skin of the Loyal, like legitimately trying. The guy is always AFK because you need to, if you don't know how Skin of the Loyal works, where is my other, do I have another tab? No, I don't. Oh yeah, I do right here. So let's see, Skin of the Loyal. No. There we go. So let's compare this versus Incandescent Heart. So first things, my gems are going to be Reave, Multi-Strike, faster attacks because this is elemental and this is non-crit. So faster attacks is like GG. It scales flat damage the best. This is not a physical build. So Reave, multi-strike, faster attacks. Then Lightning Pen is mandatory. I'm going lightning damage. With attack damage full life because I am CI. And then it will be Wed. Or Edwa on whatever planet you're from. So that's 2 green, Reave, faster attacks, Lightning Pen is blue, and then 3 red. Multi-strike, Wed, and attack damage full life. So two green, 3 red, 1 blue. And the only one that is that right now is this. This guy has been AFK since the beginning of time. This one you could put it at lightning over faster attacks, which sounds trash-tacular, and I wouldn't even know what to use for 3 green. Let alone, yeah, same thing. 3 blue would be crit. This would be your crit setup. So we could think of going crit. You would go Lightning Pen, increase critical strike chance, crit multi, I guess, and that would be like an Inquisitor. So you could do that, and I think that's why this is 300C. 4 red, I don't even know what I would use, and I don't think it's worth it. Faster attacks is just so strong. So this is my only one. It does give me 100% increased global defenses, which means 100% increased armor. We're using Memory Vault the helmet. And it would be 100% increased ES as well, which is great because we all have all of that mana scaling. However, that's it. Now, +1 gems for an attack build is pretty... it's okay. Like, it's not bad, it's just not a spell. And corrupting this would give... I would rather take +1 max res over +1 all. Seriously. And in an attack build, I'd rather the res. So that's the advantage. But hey, this is the proper color. And I could try because I can't wear Incandescent Heart until level 70 anyways, or 75. What is it? 70. So this guy right here is a decent roll. My armor is 1400 and my ES is 318. So 320 ES, 1400 armor. The life does nothing or Chaos Inoculation. 0.84 attack damage leeches life. So this is actually decent if you use the claw that makes it so you get ghost. Actually, the claw doesn't give you Ghost Reaver, or it gives you Ghost Reaver, which is terrible. Attack leech and CI is just bad. That's all I have to say. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. It's just bad. And GGG nerfed it too hard because it wrecks your ES recovery. I believe it's your ES recovery. Life Leech is applied to Energy Shield instead. Nice. 50% less Energy Shield recharge rate, which is awful. That just like kills a cultist. That's okay with Time in Need because that's a regenerative effect. It's not a recharge. I mean, maybe it's not terrible. We could test it. I mean, that is a lot of Leech. What else does it give? So this is why I love this item. You get 20% of your damage extra as Chaos. In Skin of the Loyal, I honestly think this will give me more damage than +1 all gems. Even though you have 6 gems, I don't think that it could stop 20% extra damage as Chaos. I don't know, maybe I'm just being silly here. And then on top of that, you take 25% of your elemental damage as Chaos damage. And when you're CI, you don't take Chaos damage. So that is like the equivalent of getting... If you're assuming you are at 75 all res, you are officially at 81 all res with an Incandescent Heart. Excuse me, wrong place. Incandescent Heart, 25% of elemental damage taken as Chaos. I talked about this thing for a while now. It got a massive buff with that extra damage, and that's what made this worthwhile. And they nerfed ES across the board. Getting a 600 Val Regalia, 700 is like, whoa. Before 900 plus was whoa. So getting a 320 ES with 1400 armor is tolerable when you're playing mana anyways, and you're getting all of that extra res. You're immune to Chaos. This makes you really resistant to Elemental, and then physical from Memory Vault plus this. You know, I just can't goof. I just can't goof. Yeah, if you go Incandescent Heart with Unholy Might, you would have to play like a CI build where your physical damage gets converted to elemental. So like Glacial Cascade, for example, would be a good one. And then you get the extra damage from here. You put on Itsiri's Flask, get the extra damage from that. And then you also get the extra damage from Unholy Might. It'd be tip-top. Tip-top. You'd be just a Chaos build at that point. You could probably do that. Wow, I would play that as a cultist. I would get the free Frostbite aura the free frostbite reservation in Presence neck. I'd put on this. The only problem is that Series Flask is Leech, so I guess you would have to go Ghost Reaver. But this is attack Leech, so Occultist is bad with Ghost Reaver. See what I mean? Like, Ghost Reaver is just trash. So as an Occultist, you would just go the +1 Curse, or you would go Vile Bastion. Vile Bastion's really good. +1 Curse is crazy because you get Impressence for free, and then you can get an extra Curse. Anyways, I think I'm about done, you two. You guys got me going on a whole nother tangent, Twitch. So I'm going to start playing this character now. I got him set up, got some gear ready for him. And thanks for listening to this Theorycraft video and explaining how I'm going to go about my business. Any other comments, please throw them in down there. For shield, it's either going to be a high ES shield with int or Lyco, and I'm just going to bite the bullet. I don't know if I want to do that. Cheers. That's all I have. Oh, actually, it's not. I'll be making another YouTube video on this coming up. As soon as the Ascendancies drop, I'm doing nothing but build reviews. Like, YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video, just build reviews. So expect a lot out. As soon as GGG announces or releases their new skill tree, along with all of the Ascendancy updates, when they do that, usually they give us at least 5 days to 7 days to kind of look at the tree, as little as 3. I've never seen them do anything less than like 3 days, so I will be doing nothing but build reviews right here on Twitch, and they will be uploaded on YouTube, so that's what's up, people. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm out.